Angela has been trying to dry these shoes outside for a week and a half. It's not going well. Every Tuesday, very predictable choice on what I'm going to ride to work. You can basically set your watch to what I'm gonna do. Obviously, considering yesterday was about the 26-inch drop bar conversions, I'm obviously going to ride the Rockhopper to work. I guess that's sort of the effect that you would expect when you just spent 2 to 3 hours of your morning editing an entire video talking about the thing. It's kind of on your mind. So you keep people engaged and excited. Stay in front of them. I think that's probably a lesson you'd learn in like a sales course or something. This list is done. Don't need this anymore. Maybe not the most mature way to start a morning commute. I kind of think my favorite thing about this and its current version, with it being like 26 big tires, not overly fast at all, but super comfy, is the fact that it just like keeps you tame and not really to the point that you want to just like be hammering on the pedals all the time as hard as you can. Which is kind of like a far cry from what I would normally be used to. Typically big saddle to bar drop, which there is on this as well, but typically faster feeling bike, one that just like makes you want to ride fast no matter what your legs feel like. Where this thing is significantly more like, mellow out, bro. You don't need to ride so fast. Just enjoy it. Which is cool. Not something I'm used to. But I am getting on board with it. Shoot, I accidentally veered off the road and ended up on some weird urban single track. Dang. Drive side down. It's like the equivalent of butter side down when your toast falls. Okay. Yeah, it looks alright. Okay, we're okay. I will always be the first to champion and argue that bikes are far more robust than anybody gives them credit for, that you can do more than you think with what you've already got, but there is no denying that the Achilles heel of every and any bike is the derailleur hanger. And while finding your bike laid over, derailleur side down like this, no matter how it happens, may seem innocent enough, it really isn't. See, the annoying thing about derailleur hangers maybe this one's a bad example because it's actually part of the frame, is that they're fragile. They like to bend, and they are the thing that ensures the indexing and where the derailleur is in line with each cog is correct. Now what happens if this derailleur gets pushed and bends this derailleur hanger is it takes this derailleur and it pushes it further in, ruining indexing and running the risk of throwing the derailleur into the wheel, thus destroying your derailleur. That's expensive. A lot of times ripping the derailleur hanger into shreds, which in this frame's case would be detrimental to it ever being able to be a geared bike without some welding again, and overall gonna have a bad time. So if you're like kind of new to geared bikes, derailleurs, or derailleur hangers in general, and it's not something you've ever considered in your bikes, shifting's sort of crappy, check that. Could save your day. Also, do everything in your best efforts to not lay your bike drive side down. Try not to allow people to knock their bikes up against your drivetrain, and don't shift really, really hard to the point that it wants to bend the derailleur hanger. As an example, don't get to the bottom of hills like this and just reef it into the easiest gear you have from a standstill, expecting nothing particularly bad to happen. It certainly can. But I am interested to see if I can get up this. Now, beyond the fact that there was a very coincidental gust of wind that knocked my bike over butter side down, there is a little bit more to the backstory of this video topic. One being the very impressive amount of people just getting into bikes these days. If you've just recently bought a bicycle just to ride it, congratulations, welcome. I can't believe you made it this far in the video. And two, this very thing happened to my brother on his mountain bike without his knowledge of it being an issue that could become so catastrophic. Albeit his catastrophic derailleur hanger destruction actually came from swapping a wheel, putting a different cassette on, and then having not messed with the limit screws to make sure that it didn't go into the wheel and eat itself alive. The same end result occurs. You're going to end up needing a new derailleur, you're going to end up needing a new derailleur hanger, and geez, if you're unlucky enough, possibly a chain. And me personally, I'm not really the one to like to go out of my way to make like beginner tip tutorial videos or like, you know, top 5 mistakes or things you shouldn't do or just those like list videos. But I can't help but feel like this is one of those things that new cyclists or like very, very novice or non-mechanics is something they're just not going to think of. And then when something very catastrophic happens, you can't help but wonder, like, I didn't do anything. I don't understand. How could this happen when I was just riding along? JRA. Mechanics' least favorite things to hear at bike shops. And I kind of want to use this platform to help bike mechanics, but also new riders understand that, yes, something very bad and very destructive can happen from something so innocent like your bike just kind of like falling over drive side down. Because as I used to experience when I was a bike mechanic at a bike shop, there's no worse feeling than tuning someone's bike up, making sure that it's perfect when it leaves the door, only to have it come back with that customer complaining that you did a poor job and it's not working well. Turns out, when you watch that person put it in their car, they were laying it down in the back of their SUV, drive side down. Okay, so that's how I'm going to finish today's vlog, with the warning of don't knock this thing around. It could end up being a terrible conclusion. And just keep an eye on the straightness of your derailleur hanger. Keep it from being a very catastrophic end of your ride, or keep you from being stranded on the side of the road.